Sanford and Son, facts you may have not known. The cast was much younger than they appeared. Redd Foxx was cast as the legendary father Fred Sanford. He was set to retire in just the second episode of the series after celebrating his 65th birthday. But don't let that fake gray beard fool you. Redd Foxx was actually 48 years old when he started the series. LaWanda Page was never portrayed as old like many of the other cast members. She was believed to have been younger than Fred Sanford, with her even calling Fred Gramps in another episode. She was 53 when she joined the cast, actually older than Redd Foxx, but portrayed someone much younger. Grady Wilson was 65 years old in season 4, about a year younger than Fred, but he might have had the biggest leap for age gaps with the show in reality. Whitman Mayo was 44 years old in season 4, making him 21 years difference. Don Bexley, who played Bubba, Fred's kind-hearted friend. Bubba is portrayed as a guy in his 60s like the others, and in 1973 he was in reality as well, 63 years old. Surprisingly, Bubba looks younger than Grady, despite the 20 years difference. The classic Sanford and Son salvage truck, a 1951 Ford F1 truck. According to history, they used just one truck on set in show history. It was kept by Redd Foxx for a bit, then he sold it for $3,000 when the show was done. They needed it once again for the new series Sanford. They leased it from the owner while the series ran, just 2 seasons. It was later put up for auction by its owner starting at $20,000. It went on to sell to Blue Line Classics. They buy and sell older cars and have a mini museum where the classic Sanford and Son truck is kept. It can be visited in person by appointment to this day. It's located at North Royalton, Ohio. LaWanda Page and Redd Foxx were friends since grade school. They went to the same school and stayed friends for the rest of their lives. LaWanda joined Sanford and Son only because of Redd Foxx. Redd knew they needed to add a new character named Aunt Esther. Redd had LaWanda in mind from the start. He felt she could play the character so well, women would be screaming in the streets with laughter for LaWanda. Redd was known at not liking to rehearse as it would ruin the spontaneous feel, but to help his good friend LaWanda, Redd would rehearse with her at his home on his own time. LaWanda was so nervous and had never acted. She just didn't have faith in her abilities, but Redd told her to have courage and she would nail it. In fact, Redd had so much confidence in LaWanda, he would go on to stake his job on it. A producer wanted to fire LaWanda. He saw no chance in her working on the show, but Redd said no, she will be a giant success, and if she goes, he goes. Thanks to Redd's great vision, determination, and friendship, we all got to experience the greatest rivalry in television history. Sanford and Son was not an original show. It was from the highly successful British sitcom Steptoe and Son. Like Sanford and Son, it's all about a father and a son who work together and are on the lower side of the economic standings. The show Steptoe and Son had many seasons and even several movies, but never had the character depth Sanford and Son had, and that's because of Redd Foxx bringing in so many of his great and talented friends. We almost had a change at the Grady character. Whitman Mayo was an artist manager and a literary agent who went from Los Angeles with one goal in mind: find work for his clients. While there, a casting agent came from Sanford and Son and asked Whitman Mayo if he was ready to try out for the part as a new character, Grady Wilson. Whitman told the agent, "But I don't want to be an actor." But the agent, thank goodness, persisted, and Whitman read for the part, and they loved him. They told him it's his role if he wants it. In disbelief, he said, "I can't understand this. I came to get parts for my clients." Whitman decided he could do one episode and use his time to stay in LA longer and get work for his clients. But they wanted more. Whitman was so good as Grady, they did not want him to leave. Whitman even told them, "No, absolutely not. I've got to get back to my agency. But it didn't matter. The opportunity was too good and they wanted him to stay, and his partner would run the agency while he was stealing the hearts of Sanford and Son fans. Whitman said, I had learned to stop protesting and do what fate had apparently decided that I should do. Grady turned out to be a top 5 character in series history and even had his own spin-off show. Not bad for a guy that never even wanted the role to begin with. Red Fox ended the show. After 6 seasons wrapped, the future of the show was in question. For the first time in series history, it was outside the top 10 in ratings and views. With no certainty set, Red Fox took an offer from ABC, a company who continued to lose to Friday night battles with the great Sanford and Son. Now they could accomplish 2 goals: stop losing to Fred Sanford and hurt NBC by stealing their star. Red Fox took the offer from ABC to have his own variety show titled The Red Fox Comedy Hour. But he never mentioned it to Damon Wilson. So Damon thought they were going to continue. That is, until another employee at NBC told him the news of Red Fox moving to ABC. A move that would hurt Damon's trust with Red and end up causing a rift between the two. Damon could always love Red and could always forgive, but he would never forget it. Damon told NBC he would stay on and could do the show still. We'd seen it have major success when they did it with Grady and Lamont, so it could be done. But once Damon asked for a bit more money, which he would deserve taking over as the lead and the main character, NBC told him nope, no raise. Damon would say goodbye to NBC and hello to CBS, where he would star as the lead in the new show Baby I'm Back. Very surprisingly, both new shows, the new one by Red on ABC and the other by Damon on CBS, would end within the year. Even more of a shock is that both the shows were very enjoyable, funny, and had great writing, but just never took off like Sanford and Son did. A few years later, Red Fox tried to get the show back together. Damon Wilson, still being upset at him, would not appear, but Red Fox brought Nathaniel Taylor, LaWanda Page, Whitman Mayo all back, and it gave it a second attempt on the show Sanford. It only lasted 2 seasons, but still had a lot of laughs. I'd like to say thank you for everybody for watching. If you learned something new, please be sure to give a like. And if you love Sanford and Son as much as I do, you will find something here you will enjoy. So please subscribe and stay tuned for more.